We'll still come back to that. And I have a guest here. Do the honors.
All right. Our guest is Mrs. Aderonke Onipede. She's a humanitarian and has the NGO One Child, One Care initiative. It's a pleasure to have you, Ma.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
One Child, One Care initiative. What's it all about?
One Child, One Care initiative, like we were talking before we went on air, starts with one. Okay. Let's begin with one. Everybody, we can't keep saying that I'm busy, I can't do this, I can't do that. So
when you say start with one, if God gives you three, start with three?
With the three, at least one. You start one. You can't put the three together all at once. You just take a step. Take a step of faith of one first and see how it goes. So One Child, One Care is an NGO that supports less privileged children with their well-being. Well-being inclusive of majorly education, their welfare, intervention, support, and visits and all that. So we make them feel like everybody goes to visit an orphanage, but we know them. We kind of build a relationship with them. We can call their names. So our visit is not just to donate. Our visit is to know how are you doing, how's your well-being. So it's a total package of the well-being, of course, but we major focus on education, their welfare, medical, and of course empowerment for the ones that are matured among them.
All right. Your program extends to single and widowed women in the society.
Yes.
Now, how are you able to screen them to know that this person is actually in need?
In need, yes. First of all, when we began with orphanages because there's a structure in place. So it's easy for you to monitor. It's easy for you to go back and get feedback and see how your progress is doing. So we began with that. Of course, we do have verifications too, to know what they actually need. So you don't just go there and just give them things. We ask questions. Is it school fees? Is it materials, school materials? Is it food stuff? Is it food that you need? What specific things do you need? So when we now scaled up, when we felt, okay, we've done this for a while, we know these people, they know us, we can continue with them without, we built a relationship. Okay. So we now scaled up to now doing community, less privileged, low-income communities. That's when the widows and the single women got involved. Okay. Because we are facing the children of those low-income communities, but we realized that there's no how you can separate the mother from the child. When you say, come, let's have the children, let's give them books, you find out that the mothers are already there. We have 500 children, you have 1,000 mothers, so there was no how we could separate. So you
take care of the mothers too?
Yes, we do. Wow. So when we do palliatives for the kids, we buy the school books and the school materials. We definitely buy food stuff as well.
For the mothers.
Because now the picking rich up.
Go no book.
Exactly. Okay, so your NGO has 5 major orphanages
that we support, yes.
Tell us about it and where they're located.
Okay, they are orphanages that when we started with them, they were not known. So we didn't go to the ones that were known. So we have one at Idimu, Center for Destitute Empowerment. We support them. They have more of special need children, children with cerebral palsy, autism, children that have needs that most homes might not even be able to handle. And the great thing about the founder, may he so rest in peace, he's late right now, but his family is still taking care of the home. Runs the place, yes. So the kids there, so we've been with them for over 9 years that we've been supporting them. Then there's another one at Magodo. But where they were before wasn't Magodo. They were outskirts or one of the riverside around Magodo. They were at Orisha community. But along the line, Goodwill Nigerians gave them, with the support of funds and all that, they were able to move. We have one at Agege, that's Optima Children's Home. Then we have one at Agege Fagba, that's the Tunji Adebayo Foundation Motherless Babies Home. Then we have Bola Mufo Zion Shelter. Then of course we have Precious Pearl Orphanage too at Egbeda. So, but of course we have secondary homes that we support. People reach out to us and say there's an orphanage that needs this, so we still support. But those primary ones are the ones that we support with. We know them per child.
I'd like to ask you these questions. If you go to most orphanage homes, you see a lot of kids. These homes are supposed to, people are supposed to come and adopt these children.
Yes.
And what is the bottleneck?
I like that question. I get it all the time.
What is the bottleneck? Because these children should grow up in homes.
Yes.
Not really there. Do you understand the point? You should have a family, but you see children ending up growing big
already
in orphanage homes.
Everyone is affected when it comes to that. We can't just, everyone has a role. The government, the orphanage themselves, the Nigerians themselves. It's now that we are getting enlightened about adoption. Years back, you would never hear, I want to go and adopt It's like I'm not a woman enough, or I'm not man enough to father a child or to mother a child. So, but right now, then the enlightenment is getting better. It's still not there yet, but it's getting better. And again, because of the society we live in, stigmatization and all that, so people want babies. They want babies, maybe they'll travel and come back and you see me with the baby. They don't want a grown-up child because everybody gets to know your history, gets to know. So that is one on the society angle, the stigmatization. Then individually too, we have not accepted the fact that you can birth a child in different ways. You can be a guardian. You don't have to, you can be a guardian, you can change the papers and have. And of course, then the rigors of getting adoption. Legal things, legal way of doing it. Nigerians don't have the patience. It takes time. Like I tell people, it's the human being you want to take in. It's not just buying a dog or a puppy. So it takes time. So you have to verify who you are as a person. Do you have the source of income to?
Parents like the one in Kaduna. Is it Kaduna or Kano?
It was, yes, Kaduna.
Kaduna. Parents had to raise money
to be the one to bail out,
bail out their children.
Is that bad? Is that sad?
Does it have to say now we're on our own?
I don't want to believe we should be there. I don't know if you understand what I mean. I don't want to believe we should be there. It's scary. The signals are saying that, but let's not choose to be there. Let's be deliberate and say we will not be there. You know, everybody has a role to play. For a child has rights. There are child rights law. Everybody, if you read the Lagos State Child Rights Law, it's fantastic. A child has the right to life, to live. A child has the right to shelter, to security, to accommodation, to be fed, regardless of the status of the parents, regardless of the... So there's a role for the government that is still very... The vacuum is big. They're supposed to play. Parents are now doing everything. Parents are catering, parents are paying bills, parents are working 24 hours. That's why you find school children in school bus at 5 a.m. and everybody keep accusing the parents. But what should they do? They have to be at work at 7. If you don't beat the third mainland bridge, your guy will deduct from your salary. So you have to get a nanny. You can't even use family members anymore to stay in the house because it seems it's even worse.
And again, you know, I like to know this. You see people sending their awards to go and pick children in school. At times you see strangers coming to pick these children. There's one we saw one time on the internet, you know, where one man was arrested. He came in to pick. And again, I like to ask,
what did the school do?
No, they arrested the man.
Okay, the school was able to do
that.
Yes,
but some at times some men are clever. Some of these kidnappers are very clever. You understand? But that's because the ones that we don't get to know, they escape.
Yes, but that's where everybody now has a role to play. The mom, the parents, the school, the teachers. The school's role, let me start from the school's role. The school's role is empowerment. Train your teachers, train your staff, train everybody to the security. Everybody's ambassador. Yes, don't just get a malam and put uniform on me and call him a security. Get into security companies. If you have to partner with security companies, there are private security companies that can do guard services. They are trained. They can use the guard. They can use the baton. They can use many things. There's a guard. So I used to work in the security company, so I can.
You know all those things.
Yes, I'm familiar. So they do monitoring. There's cameras. They have put cameras in place to reduce your resources. So you can put CCTV cameras.
In fact, every school should have CCTV.
It's compulsory.
In fact,
it shouldn't even be every should. It's mandatory.
But most schools don't have it.
It's mandatory. Parents need to start looking at these things. These are the things you look at.
PTA. So I want to make this announcement. PTA, ensure that the school that your children are going to, they should install cameras. Very effective ones.
Yes, not just putting things together. Put the ones that you can monitor. There's a control room where somebody is working. Even for the technology has so much advanced that you don't have to be in the school to even see things. Yes, from your phone.
From your phone.
From your phone. There are mobile cameras that you can check from your phone and see what is happening. You don't need to view from the classroom. See the security environment. Then the teachers should be trained on basic things on security. When there's a gunshot, what do? Everybody lies
down.
Exactly. Those are the basic. Even the kids now, teach them based on their ages. Let the child know. Don't talk to strangers.
In fact,
talk to mommy when you get home. Give mommy the download of everything that happened in school. Be open. Even the teachers themselves need to understand that as long as they're in the school premises at that time, the kids are in their care.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Let's just take a break. Let's take a break. Question before we go. At times, husband and wives, they quarrel, and somebody wants to take custody of the kids. How do you handle that?
As a school?
As a school, yes.
As a school, you must have a written document of who comes to pick the child. They must be written, signed by the parents.
But the school is not aware that the people are quarreling.
That's why you have to know. That's why you have the form when you are coming to register your child.
I came to collect my child. You say
you can't.
No, madam, don't tell me that. I must collect my baby. No. This is my baby.
The school have to stand. They are the professionals, so they must stick to it.
Thank you for coming. We are coming back on this show. We are coming back on this show to talk about a lot of things, okay? Well, that's all we have for you on this edition of the program. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Ade, what do you have to say?
Yeah, it's been an amazing time. And don't forget to watch the repeat broadcast every Thursdays, 1 to 2 p.m. I hope you enjoyed the show like I did. See you again and have a beautiful week ahead.
All right. So until the same time next week, my name is Prince Ifeanyi Dike saying, look, have a lovely week ahead. Bye.